Has been the E-Trade halftime.
To Oregon, and then it all began. September, they had that disgusting loss to the University of Montana, who is a great FCS program, but you're trying to be...
In Asheville, North Carolina, it's the championship game, the title game of the inaugural Asheville Championship, and a Big Ten Ivy League matchup between the Minnesota Golden Gophers and the Princeton Tigers. This tournament in Asheville began on Friday. Minnesota beat Western Kentucky, Princeton down South Carolina. South Carolina, by the way, won the third-place game about a half hour ago. We have the title game here between Minnesota and Princeton, along with former Purdue All-American Robbie Hummel. I'm Mark Neely for this title game, Robbie. Let's start with Minnesota. Jamison Battle has been their leading scorer in 2 games this year, both wins for the Gophers.
Well, he's gotten off to a great start, averaging 19 points a game. Against Western Kentucky 2 nights ago, actually had 20. He took 13 field goals. 12 of those were 3-point field goal attempts. He is getting them up. The transfer from George Washington, averaged 17 and 5 last year, has been very effective, has really emerged as Minnesota's leading scoring option. On the flip side of things for Princeton, it's a 2-headed monster. Jalen Llewellyn, Tosan Awoma, both those guys, big-time creators. Llewellyn more of a scorer. I thought Tosan Awoma was the best player on the floor against South Carolina 2 nights ago. A great matchup for a very good championship game here in Asheville, Mark.
And the 4th ever meeting between these programs. The last time was in 2004, so it's been about 17 years. Curry takes the opening tip against Awoma, and it is Minnesota wearing the maroon uniforms that has the game's first possession. Ball goes up, bouncing around from Jamison Battle. Already he's breaking tendencies by shooting a non-3.
What is this? I just told you, all he shoots is threes. And like we saw 2 nights ago, at times it looked like there was a lid on that basket. And again, in and out. We saw a lot of that over the course of this tournament.
See the Princeton starting 5 presented by Asheville. Their first possession, and shot clock gets to 3, and off the back rim, a miss on their first attempt. Curry sets the screen. You look at the Minnesota starting 5, also presented by Asheville, a 1 and done. Rebound by sophomore Zach Martini. Awoma gets in the lane.
He lived in the paint against South Carolina. Just drove those bigs and got wherever he wanted.
Well, Martini's 6'7", 235 pounds, but he will shoot it from the perimeter. Off the mark, so Princeton has missed their first 2 from the field, as have the Gophers.
Well, that's what Zach Martini's out there to do. Now 8 of his 10 field goal attempts on the year are from 3. He's a pick and pop big. Right there, got a pretty good look.
Curry trying to back down the younger player. Martini goes to the right hand, a back rim miss.
Frigid early here. Both teams unable to buy one early.
Well, Tosan Awoma with the first bucket of the game.
Tosan Awoma, he's going to put the ball on the floor, and he is going to get in that painted area. Right there, just went right around Jamison Battle, and that's a phenomenal matchup to watch the 4. 2 really good players.
Battle looking at Llewellyn, steps back, that's a 2, got
it. We saw him as a shooter against Western Kentucky, and so far here tonight, first 2 possessions for Jamison Battle, he's been putting the ball on the floor. A beautiful step back jumper and a tough shot.
Battle with 20 points in the opening game win over Western Kentucky. 18 of those points came in the first half. Freiberg's off the back rim. And Princeton off to a 1-for-4 start from the floor. That's a deep 3. Not there for Willis. Awoma. Freiberg, nice feed. Llewellyn trying to get past Curry, gets in the lane, and just no. Curry the rebound.
Well, Eric Curry moving his feet and then contesting that at the rim. That was really good defense by the big fella right there.
Eric Curry playing for another year for Minnesota. Here's the 6'9", 240-pounder. Puts it up. Trying to kiss that in. Couldn't. Stays 2-2. Almost 4 minutes in. Awoma shooting over Battle. Can't get it to crawl over the front rim.
Well, Princeton will take that all day, though. And they'll take Tosan Awoma right at the front of the rim. And this is an ice-cold start for both these teams. They've generated some decent looks, but nothing going early.
Luke Lowy. Both these teams in their first game at Asheville, Robbie, shot 31 threes. Three-point shot will play a part in this game. There's an attempt. It's missed by Elijah Stevens.
We'll hope they look better than that. But both these teams, they really depend on making perimeter jump shots. I mean, Minnesota was casting them 2 nights ago, and Princeton was too.
Martini lays it in and gives Princeton a 2-point lead.
If your man sets a back screen, you better open up. We saw this a ton in the third-place game of South Carolina and Western Kentucky. You don't open up, you are giving up a layup, and there is just no way around it.
And a grab at our first foul. An early 2-point lead for the Tigers. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Harrah's Cherokee Casinos. Put on your party hat. By Wicked Weed. Box out your thirst with a fresh Pernicious. Wicked Weed Brewing. Drink different, play different. And by Asheville, North Carolina. Visit exploreasheville.com to plan your mountain getaway. Minnesota's first-year head coach Ben Johnson has won his first 2 games as the head coach. Hired in March of this year, was an assistant under Travis Steele at Xavier, was an assistant under Richard Pitino at Minnesota, and also at Nebraska under Tim Miles. Of course, he played at Minnesota. And for Ben Johnson, one of the people he also played for, Dave Thorson, played for him at De La Salle High School in Minneapolis, won a couple of state titles, and he has brought his old high school coach in as a mentor and assistant.
I just think that is so cool to get to be around a guy that taught you so much. And Ben Johnson, somebody who has serious ties to the University of Minnesota, and so far so good. 2-0. Can't complain about that.
Curry, one dribble and scores. Minnesota was 1 for 7 from the floor prior to that Curry make.
I'm just so happy for Eric Curry. You know, every time you see him do something positive, you think about the knee injuries, the foot injury. It's been a long road for that guy right there.
He is an easy guy to root for, no doubt. Here he is trying to defend Keyshawn Kellman. It's a Minnesota team that lost their top 7 scorers from a year ago. They all transferred to other Division I schools. Deep 3 around and pops out. We've had a lot of those in this tournament in Asheville.
This is not a player's rim here. I don't know what it is, but we have had more in and outs in this deal than I've seen in a long time.
Gonna have to loosen the rims in future years for the Asheville tournament, I think. Make him a little more shooter friendly.
It's incredible.
Willis. Curry was fortunate to have a teammate there to keep the possession alive. He gets the offensive rebound around 3 white shirts, kicks it out to extend the possession. Lowy.
Really well defended by Princeton. I mean, they really moved their feet there. Ryan Langborg really contesting that Luke Lowy shot.
Minnesota off to an 0 for 4 start, 3-point shooting. Princeton 0 for 3 in that department. Taking it to the rim. Layup by Kellman.
Tosan Awoma is a terrific passer. I mean, he has threaded the needle on so many passes here this weekend. We've seen him now play over a game, and man, just a creator, a really good player for a guy that's only been playing basketball since he was 15 years old.
Keyshawn Kelman didn't play in the first game due to an ankle injury when they hosted Rutgers Camden. He played 11 minutes last night, and we saw him leave the floor. Looked like the ankle may be an issue again, but he is out there and gets minutes tonight.
I'm surprised to see him. The way he left, it seemed like there was a really good chance that we were not going to have him out here tonight, but good to see him healthy and playing.
Walma gets in the lane, shoots over Lowy, and is short with it.
Luke Lowy just holding his ground. You make guys score over the top of you, you've done your job, and that was really well done by Luke Lowy.
Lowy now penetrates and kicks. 3, left side, swish. Peyton Willis.
You get the dribble penetration there from Lowy, and Peyton Willis does a great job on that possession of just relocating, getting away. Defensive player loses track of him, and Peyton Willis able to stick it.
Kelman going to make some post moves, shooting over Curry to score.
Well, he just took his time. I mean, was really patient. You see so many players get antsy when they get the ball down there on the block. Keyshawn Kelman took his time, did his thing, and got to his jump hook.
I think we're starting to see the offenses come alive a little bit here, Robbie. Here's the drive. Battle.
Yes.
Freiberg. Princeton team that, of course, didn't play at all last year when the Ivy League canceled the basketball season. Driving to the lane, strong drive. Ryan Langborn.
He's gotten off to a really good start here to start the year, scoring the ball. I mean, we know he can shoot it, but right there, just burning it to the rim, and the help defense for Minnesota nowhere to be found.
Langborn came off the bench, 13 points in their win against South Carolina. Eric Curry knocks down his second hoop. Llewellyn answers for Princeton.
He gets squared up, Jamison Battle, and let that thing go. We're off to a cold start. Now it just seems like nobody can miss.
Battle says you are correct, Robbie Hummel. We are heating up, and we're playing basketball for this championship game.
And you can see, we talked about it, the three-point line is going to be huge. Both these teams can fill it up from there, and Jamison Battle, right where he left off, he is a really good shooter.
Llewellyn. Midway through this first half, 1-point lead for Princeton. They got the ball. Awoma creates a nice little step to the rim to lay it in.
That's a footwork masterclass right there. I think if you're Ben Johnson, it's just not good enough by Jamison Battle, but Tosan Awoma getting it done.
Curry has 6.
This has become defense optional out here. I mean, this is like 8 trips in a row where bucket after bucket out here.
Official timeout. The offenses have come alive.
Heating up, Jalen Llewellyn knocking down the triple, and Jamison Battle, because I could do that one better.
League, including the conference shutting down basketball and all the spring sports in essence. And then in August 2020, they announced the fall semester would be virtual. The undergrad students able to come back to campus but take classes virtually in November and return to in-person teaching in 2021. So this is a Princeton team like all the other Ivy League schools that did not play at all last year, Robbie.
You have to think, in the initial game of this tournament, South Carolina, this had to be the hardest scout ever for Frank Martin. They haven't played a game in almost 2 years. You look at who they played in their first game, it was Rutgers Camden. Now, I will say, this Princeton team has kept this core group together. A lot of Ivy League teams were ravaged by transfers and grad transfers, and for the most part, Mitch Henderson did a nice job of keeping this core together. And you have to think that experience is going to pay off come Ivy League season.
Now the win for Princeton over South Carolina on Friday in the opener of this tournament was their first win over an SEC team in almost 29 years. Back to 1992 when they also beat South Carolina 51-40, December 5th of 92. Charlie Daniels in the game, number 15. He gives it up, and there's a drive by Sutherland, who's also checked in. It's a Minnesota team. They've got their 5 starters. This is just the 3rd game of the season, Robbie, but they're not going very deep on the bench.
No, they're basically playing 5 guys major minutes. I mean, all 5 starters played 31 minutes or more in the win against Western Kentucky. And you see Charlie Daniels out there. He'll get some run. Sean Sutherland will get some run. But with the injuries to Isaiah Enan and Parker Fox, it's not a deep team.
That's blocked by Martini.
The big fella just staying in the play. I mean, you have a fast break, and this is your center just running the floor and beating this thing into the stands. A really nice play by the sophomore, Zach Martini.
That block by Martini was shaken, not stirred.
Well done, Mr. Bond.
First turnover of the game.
Boy, that's a refreshing stat after what we just watched in the South Carolina Western Kentucky Turnover Festival.
South Carolina won the 3rd place game 75-64 over Western Kentucky just about 45 minutes to an hour ago. That's an offensive foul.
They're going to say Jamison Battle. Jalen Llewellyn with an elbow.
Great college hoops doubleheader coming up Tuesday night. Number 25 Virginia in H-Town to take on 15th ranked Houston. 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Then the Phil Knight Invitational is back this year. It's a single matchup. BYU taking on 13th ranked Oregon from Portland. Both games are on ESPN and the ESPN app. One app, one tap.
Isn't it amazing, Mark, how the names change at Oregon, but Dana Altman, it's the same result. And this year, you know, Will Richardson comes back, but you have transfers in Jacob Young, Davion Harmon, who we saw a lot of at Oklahoma. It's a revolving door of players, but they're always good.
Awoma got a step on the defender and easily beat him to the rim.
He is a tough matchup for these bigs. It's a struggle for them to guard.
That's going to be foul on Ethan Wright. Well, when we come back, a chance to visit with one of the all-time greats, Hall of Fame coach Roy Williams, who's now a tournament ambassador for this tournament in his hometown of Asheville. We'll talk to the Hall of Famer when we come back. The Invitational was played on this floor in Asheville, North Carolina. North Carolina was in it. Coach probably doesn't want me to remind him that it was a last-second buzzer beater from Texas in the championship game. But we welcome in Hall of Fame head coach Roy Williams. 33 seasons between Kansas and North Carolina. 9 Final Fours, 3 national titles, 903 wins. But I want to mention some stuff, Coach.
Okay.
What people around North Carolina probably know this, but maybe a lot of people around the country don't. Asheville, North Carolina is really home for you. You spent your childhood there, correct?
That's correct, yes.
You were born in Marion, North Carolina, which is a short drive from where you are right now. T.C. Robertson High School. And your first coaching job, Charles D. Owens High School in Black Mountain, North Carolina, which is also a very short drive from where you are now. So to say you are home at this very moment would be an accurate statement.
I think so. In fact, I played in this gym. I coached in this gym as a high school coach, and I was assistant coach in this gym as a college coach. But yeah, this is home. It'll always be home. When you come up Interstate 40 and you see the mountains, you get that warm, fuzzy feeling.
Coach, you have an official role as the Asheville Championship Tournament Ambassador. What does that role consist of for you?
I really don't know. I showed up to the dinner the first night. I showed up to practices yesterday and the games today. But I do love this area, and I'm hoping that the people of Asheville really embrace it and have better crowds here. But the first year is always tough. But no, this is just something trying to help the people in Asheville have a great event here with college basketball.
And hopefully, obviously, this is an annual event. What was the chronology? Obviously, Maui being on this floor a year ago was a big thing to catapult it into existence.
Yeah, 3 different times we played Maui in Maui, and we won the Maui Invitational. In those 3 years, we also won the national championship. So I was wanting to go back to Maui last year, even though this was my hometown.
Coach, you coached for such a long time. How has retirement been? Have you enjoyed it?
I have. You know, I miss coaching. I just loved it. I loved the locker room, the bus, the practice floor. So I missed that part of it, but I know I made the right decision for me for the right reasons, and so I'm enjoying it. I saw 6 Little League games. I saw 4 flag football games, 4 dance contests or recitals. I even saw my 11-year-old grandson playing a 6th grade tackle football game. So I've done a few more things, and I haven't made much. I haven't cut down the number of honeydews that I owe Wicked Wanda, but I'm trying.
Well, here with the ESPN family and networks, we're honoring Coach K basically all year. He did us the benefit of telling him when he was going to retire. You shocked us all. When did you actually know that last year was going to be your final year?
You know, 2 years ago, I felt like I made a couple of mistakes that hurt us in the games, and I'd never felt like that before. And then last year, I just didn't feel like I'd gotten the team to buy in at the level that all the other teams had bought in. And so that really bothered me, and I just didn't feel like I was doing it as well as I'd done in the past, and I really couldn't handle that part, and that's all it was. But down the stretch last year was when I started thinking about it, and really hadn't thought of it before then.
Coach, how has it been watching North Carolina play so far? You recruited these kids. You obviously still know them. Has it been just surreal watching as a fan?
Yeah, the game the other night, I said, gosh, they played something on the video board. And I said, have they been doing that all the time? My wife said yes. You know, but no, it's hard because I love Hubert Davis, love what he brings to our university, love what he's doing and going to do. And, you know, all the assistants are all former players, and I love that part of it. But it's hard. I get more nervous sitting up there watching the games now than I did when I was coaching. Because when you're coaching, you're just working. You know, I'm not thinking about a result. I'm thinking about next play, next play.
Got a pretty good championship going on here. Minnesota's opened up a 4-point lead. What have you thought about the teams in the tournament this year?
You know, the first game today, they made some mistakes. They had a lot of turnovers and the ball wasn't going in. And the start of this game, they weren't making shots, but they're going to start making more shots. Both these teams are good teams, and both teams shoot it very well, and I think they'll start making more shots.
2-point lead for Minnesota with 5:40 to go. Well, I tell you what, hopefully next year you come back. Robbie and I will be on site, hopefully, instead of working remotely, and you can take us to the Biltmore Estates for dinner. How's that sound?
Well, and I'll take you to the Biltmore Forest Golf Course because my salary's gone down quite a bit, so I'll need some easy money.
There we go. Come take our cash.
That's right. That'll be my choice. I don't know if I can get it done, but that'd be what I'll try to do.
Well, we appreciate the time. It's outstanding. We hope this Asheville tournament continues to grow and grow.
Well, thank you. It's just a wonderful area to grow up. It's a wonderful area for me to coach, and it'll always be home, so I do hope it goes. And teams like this, and I think this will be good for everybody. But thank you guys very much, and good luck to you all year.
Appreciate it. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Coach.
Hall of Fame head coach Roy Williams back home in Asheville. Meanwhile, Minnesota, their lead at 2, and here comes Princeton. 5:20 to play. With his first half, nice spin move in the lay-in by Llewellyn.
That's a real mature take from Jalen Llewellyn. Just a nice jump stop. You get Luke Lowy flying by you, and when you do good things like that, you're going to get an easy bucket. That's exactly what happened there for Llewellyn.
Off balance, Louis.
Good pass. Wow.
Zach Martini. I don't know what they expected. He's technically a sophomore. Didn't play, though, obviously, as a freshman because Princeton didn't play in the Ivy League.
That rim run was big time. You run the floor like that, your guards are going to find you. Princeton looking up the floor and finding some easy buckets here the last couple possessions.
A Minnesota team now shooting 42% from the field, and Princeton has gotten hot with their poor start. They're up to 52% from the floor.
E.J. Stevens just taking the contact and staying on balance, keeping his head to the rim. The starting 5 of Minnesota has been very effective scoring the basketball. You look at E.J. Stevens, Peyton Willis, Jamison Battle, Eric Curry has scored at a higher level than we've seen in the past. Luke Lowy has been more of a defensive player, but those 5 guys have been really effective for Ben Johnson.
From the left side, 3. Ryan Langford We know he's got great shooting range. He can hit them from just about anywhere.
He's gotten off to such a tremendous start. You can just see the confidence oozing out from his jump shot.
And the drive by Jamison Battle.
I love the way Jamison Battle is attacking. He is looking to get downhill. He's more than a shooter, and they are showing it off getting to the rim.
Under 4 minutes to play, first half in the Asheville championship game. A 1-point lead for the Tigers.
Two nights ago, Jamison Battle got it done from the three-point line. Well, tonight it's been getting to the basket and making mid-range jumpers. He's been very effective at getting to the rim. Here's the 1-3 he's made tonight, but other than that, it's been the pull-up, it's been getting to the rim. Jamison Battle has been terrific all tournament, but he's been really effective in the first half at scoring the basketball.
He's leading all scorers with 14 points. Has only attempted 1 3 and made that 3. So, as you just mentioned, Robbie, a much different kind of plan of attack. He's busting some tendencies here compared to last night.
He's got good size. I can't believe Ben Johnson told us he lost 15 pounds, and I feel like that's hard to believe. He already is 6'8", 225.
By the way, Sutherland had a bucket off the bench for Minnesota earlier in the half. First bench points of the tournament for Minnesota. Nobody off the bench scored in their Game 1 win in this tournament.
They're going to have to find some depth as they get into the Big Ten Conference season. And they might be able to survive right now playing 5, 6, 7 guys. But as you get into the grind of conference play, you have injuries. You're going to have to develop some of these young guys.
Well, here's Sutherland, his second bucket, so that's 4 bench points now for Minnesota in this game and in the tournament.
I promise you, when Sean Sutherland gets the ball, he is getting to the basket. He wants to put that thing on the floor, and he's got one thing on his mind: score it.
Jalen Llewellyn off the mark, but a long rebound bounces to Ethan Wright. Punch towards the baseline, grabbed there by Lloyd. So 2 chances for Princeton. Come up empty, and it stays a 1-point game. Under 3 minutes to play first half in the Asheville championship game. Lloyd sees a crease and wins that race to the rim.
He just froze his defender. It was the hesitation move where they're waiting for that pocket pass. He freezes the defense with the hesitation and then turns it right to the front of the rim.
Iwoma going one-on-one with Curry. Sutherland. And 1. Well, there's some bench points suddenly for Minnesota now coming from Sean Sutherland.
Well, a welcome sight for the Gophers. I just said it. I promise you, this man is going to the basket. He loves to attack. He loves to get downhill. And the crossover dribble there, freeing his way up, takes the contact, and now an opportunity for a 3-point play.
Llewellyn with 5. Iwoma with 8 in this first half. Here's Llewellyn. Curry. 3rd rebound in the first half for Eric Curry.
Got a really good look. Ethan Wright with a big-time cut. Freed that shot up.
Well, our Week 10 Monday Night Football matchup is an NFC West rivalry game. Matthew Stafford and the Rams in San Francisco to take on Deebo Samuel and the 49ers. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ESPN, Deportes and the App. By the way, here on ESPN2, Monday Night Football will have Peyton and Eli Manning back. Right. With 4 on the shot clock, Iwoma put it up and left it short. Sunderland's had a nice game off the bench. Just a little tap there, though, from Lingard. Coming up at the intermission, the E-Trade halftime report. Top 25 scare. And what about the Boeheim brothers carrying the cues today? E-Trade halftime report with Kevin Connors and Seth Greenberg coming up at the break. We've got 1 minute left in this first half. Team foul against Princeton, so it's Sunderland shooting a 1-and-1. He makes his first free throw. It's both. Makes it a 6-point lead. I should say a 5-point lead, but an 8-0 run here in under 3 minutes for the Golden Gophers. Llewellyn leads in. Now Princeton's gone a bit cold.
Luke Lowy doing his job defensively. Just making Jalen Llewellyn score over the top. And now Minnesota finding some open shots in transition. And what a flurry here for the Gophers. Taking this into the half. They've looked really good over the last 2 minutes.
The second made three of the half for Willis. And an 11-0 run. Lloyd commits the foul. They do have fouls to give. That's just the 14th foul. Minnesota's made their last 6 from the field. Open up this 8-point lead, which is their largest lead of the game. Princeton, by the way, has missed their last 6 shots from the field. Curry commits his first. Curry's had a nice first half, though.
He's had a great tournament. I thought against Western Kentucky, 11 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and the fact that he played 31 minutes. Now, I don't know if his body can take that over the course of a full season, but he says he feels great, and honestly, he looks great.
Driving, Langborg. Right, a 3. And Minnesota, if they can get a long pass here, has a chance to get the final shot of the half. So we come to a timeout with just over a second left in this first half. Minnesota will have the ball. We come back up 8. Minnesota 38, Princeton 30, just over a second left in the first half. This is the championship game of the inaugural Asheville Championship. And what is Ben Johnson drawing up here to try to get a shot off with not much time left, Robbie?
Well, this is one of those situations where you just have to complete the pass. You can't throw this to where nobody touches it and it rolls out of bounds, and now all of a sudden Princeton has a shot on this end. If you're the Golden Gophers, there's any number of things you can do here, but to me that's the most important thing, is that Princeton does not score if you're Minnesota. I assume they're going to throw it in to either Peyton Willis or E.J. Stevens, let them take a dribble and get it up.
On pass to midcourt. Battle. Not a bad look, though, with just over a second to go. And it's 38-30 Minnesota at the break. An 11-0 run by the Gophers to end the half. They lead it by 8 at the intermission. We'll take a break. On the other side, though, we will send you to the E-Trade halftime report with Kevin Connors and Seth Greenberg. As we get ready to begin the second half, the inaugural Asheville Championship, this title game, 8-point lead for Minnesota. The Gophers in 11-0 run the last 3.5 minutes to end the first half have the edge in this title game, and we're so happy that you could spend part of your Sunday evening with us, working remotely. Mark Neely along with former Purdue All-American Robbie Hummel. Robbie, when we saw Jamison battle 2 nights ago in the opener of the tournament against Western Kentucky, he basically shot all 3-pointers. We saw him with a much more balanced floor game in the first half tonight.
Showing off his versatility. I mean, you look at 2 nights ago against Western Kentucky, it was all threes, and tonight it's been the pull-up, it's been getting to the rim, the step-back jumper right there. Jamison Battle has been outstanding. 14 points, 6 of 9 from the field, only 1 3-pointer, that was it. But he's had a very mature feel to the game. Minnesota finished the half incredibly strong. Princeton hasn't scored in 3:46, and now you see the Gophers lead 38-30.
Take a look at our Wicked Weed first half stats. And I think the thing I'm most impressed with is only 2 turnovers for Minnesota, only 1 for Princeton.
Well, that especially because we just saw a game in South Carolina, Western Kentucky, where turnovers were everywhere. I've been impressed with Minnesota's 3-point defense. Now, Princeton just 2 of 13 from 3. Both these teams on night 1 here in Asheville were bombs away, and that hasn't been the case here tonight. Now, I will say, Minnesota in the first half of games, defense, 24 points per game. In the second half, it's been 38 points in that half. So they have had a tendency over these 2 games to the second half. Things have changed. We'll see what adjustments Princeton makes here coming out of the half.
Robbie mentioned the third-place game, which we had earlier tonight. South Carolina won that over Western Kentucky 75-64. So this is the title game of this Asheville championship. Minnesota, as far as these in-season tournaments go, they won one just a couple of years ago in Vancouver. But for Princeton, this is a school that has not won an in-season tournament since they won the Rainbow Classic going back 30-plus years, actually close to that 1998, 1999 season. So 20-plus years since they've won an in-season tournament. That's where we started Friday. Minnesota got by Western Kentucky by 4. Same thing with Princeton over South Carolina, and South Carolina won earlier tonight 75-64 over Western Kentucky. All right, here we go. Half number 2. Princeton will have the basketball. They're in the white. Minnesota in the maroon. 20 more minutes for the inaugural Asheville championship title. They want to spin it on that right pivot foot. Freiberg able to pull it back for the Tigers.
Good hustle there by Drew Freiberg, just keeping that ball alive. I like what Princeton did there by going to Tosan Aloma. He can score the ball in the post on Jamison Battle, and the footwork, that's a clinic on both of those moves. Didn't convert the first, but went right back to it. The pivot really impressive there by Tosan Aloma.
And 8 points in the first half, and he comes up with a bucket first possession of the second half for Princeton. Jumper from 14, bounces in for Willis.
That's a tough shot. Peyton Willis curling right off the screen. Pretty good defense, but goes over the top and gets the roll.
Battle rebound. It's 5th of the game. Lowy. Good defense there by Ethan Wright. Using that screen from Curry. Here is Curry. Now he's got the advantage, and he spun right past Wright, but then got too far underneath the rim.
Just lost his balance.
Well, little Ginger. Second foul on Eric Curry. Princeton just 2 of 13 from beyond the 3-point line. Minnesota has been more economic tonight. They've shot only 7 threes and hit 3. Wright was the lead in, but there's Curry. Willis. Battle. Just just a hair long with that three, but a long rebound to Willis. Battle this time feeds Curry. Left it short. There's an open lane and a drive by Jalen Llewellyn.
A breakdown in Minnesota's pick and roll defense. The ball screen gets set and nobody impacts Jalen Llewellyn at all. He goes right to the basket unimpeded.
Curry and Martini handoff, and Martini stayed and fouls Willis.
It feels like at times tonight for Princeton offense has just not come easy, but a breakdown by Minnesota on this possession. Looked like Eric Curry on the ball screen coverage right there, just not in the right position, and Jalen Llewellyn getting to the front of the basket.
Speaking of the term Princeton offense, Robbie, I think a lot of people think of that. They think of Pete Carrill and the backdoor cuts, etc. This is not your father's Princeton offense, though, is it?
No, they don't run the traditional Princeton offense. Now, Mitch Henderson played for Pete Carrill. He coached with Bill Carmody at Northwestern, and they ran Princeton stuff. This is more of a motion with Princeton concepts. They're asking these guys to do a lot of things that are in the Princeton offense, minus, I would say, the continuity. So you're going to see some backdoors. You're going to see some of the back screens and the speed cuts. But at the end of the day, this is a different type of offense for the Princeton Tigers.
Missed by Langborg on the run at Willis. Willis spinning. What a move by Peyton Willis. Headed to the line for the three-point opportunity.
Peyton Willis has improved so much from the last time we saw him in the Big Ten. And this is a guy that was at Minnesota, started at Vanderbilt, transferred to Minnesota, went to college at Charleston for a year, and now is back. But the improvements he's made, he's run the point this year a good amount. We always knew he could shoot threes, but now with Marcus Carr gone, he's handled the ball more. He's been more of a playmaker. That was big time. Getting downhill, taking contact, and finishing right through it.
Well, Monday Night Football with Peyton and Eli back here on ESPN2 this week, 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific, breaking down the Rams and 49ers game from their couches. Special attention on the quarterbacks, Matt Stafford, Jimmy Garoppolo. Maybe you see Trey Lance this week. And always look forward to the special guests with Peyton and Eli. Max Johns has checked in number 40 for Princeton. Pass picked off by Luke Lloyd. Charlie Daniels with the left-handed, hops off the rim.
They did everything but finish the play. The action was right there. Dribble handoff, Charlie Daniels roll, and that's one where you just got to finish.
Mason hooks. And we come to a timeout. 15:31 to play in this championship game from Asheville, and it's Minnesota by 11. Bobby Willis has scored the last 10 points for Minnesota, including all 7 they have scored so far in the second half.
It was Jamison Battle in the first and Peyton Willis in the second. And I would say that this season Minnesota is going to have a three-headed monster of scores, and that's going to be Jamison Battle, Peyton Willis, E.J. Stevens. But tonight those two guys have carried the load, and they've been fantastic.
Freshman out of Los Angeles, Mason Hooks, is at the line for Princeton. Out of Harvard Westlake High School in LA.
Princeton substitution number
Tuesday night, a college hoops doubleheader. Number 25 Virginia taking on 15th ranked Houston at 8 Eastern, 7 Central. Then the Phil Knight Invitational back this year. It's just a single matchup, BYU against number 13 Oregon from Portland. Both games on ESPN as well as the app. Daniels high off the glass, and that one falls off. I can't count the number of shots we've seen like that this last few days.
These rims are cursed out here. I'm a player. I'm saying, man, I'm not sure if I can play in the Asheville Championship. It's in and out all day.
Princeton trying to cut into the 9-point deficit, and Llewellyn can't get it up over the rim there. Still only 4 total turnovers in the game, 2 by each side. Battle. He did the battle Laco there. Laco, sophomore of Hilliard, Ohio. This is a Princeton roster that played 17 players in their opening game against Rutgers Camden on Tuesday. All 17 scored. They have 19 players on the roster. There's a nice drive with the left hand. Sean Sutherland's had a really nice game off the bench for the Gophers.
Yes, he has. And there's been one common theme with his plays. He's driving it. And once again, Princeton just can't contain him off the bounce.
Sutherland now the third Gopher into double figures. He has 10 points.
Here he's got freshman Matalaco putting him in the torture chamber. Sean Sutherland, though, an interesting player. Transfer from New Hampshire. Sat out last season due to injury, but his junior year led the America East in double-doubles. A very good rebounder, a slasher, and had 12 double-doubles as a junior in rebounds and points.
He's been extremely efficient tonight. 10 points, 4 of 5 from the field. And those 10 points have come in 11 minutes off the bench. It rolls in for Mason Hooks.
Mason Hooks just pushed Charlie Daniels up that lane, and the pass was on time and on target. Nice job by the freshman of doing his work early.
Enough of a reach in there. Ryan Laneborg. That's going to be his 4th, so he is the first player on either side to reach 4 fouls. The junior from San Diego. So he is going to come out. Max Johns will take his place on the floor for the Tigers. It's a deep 3. That was the preferred shot selection for him in the first game on Friday. I haven't seen too many of those from Battle tonight. Nice move. Mason Hooks, the freshman, playing well.
He took his time. Princeton's offense gave him space, and you see he got all the way to the other side of the lane. He had plenty of room to work with.
Hooks has scored the last 6 points for Princeton. That's kept alive momentarily. And then they do turn it over to the Tigers for just the 3rd time tonight.
That hurts, the effort that it took to get that ball. And then you just give it back, and this has been a common theme here. If you're guarding Sean Sutherland, understand this dude is trying to burn it.
First foul on Freiberg, who got beat off the dribble there by Sutherland, who has definitely had a little extra giddy up tonight. I'll tell you what, Robbie, he has played extremely well. 10 points, 4 of 5 from the field.
He's living at the rim, and that's when he's at his best. Getting to the basket. Princeton has had no answer for him putting the ball on the floor.
He played 12 minutes Friday night against Western Kentucky and only had 1 shot attempt and missed it. 1 of 2 from the line. Minnesota's largest lead has been 11. That's a three. Johns not there. There's the drive. It's Sutherland. I tell you what, he's just seeing the rim, and he's just full throttle, Robbie.
No, he's a bulldog, and no one picks him up for Princeton. A hard foul committed there by Mason Hooks. But you're right, Mark. It's every time he catches the ball, he has one thought in his mind, and that is get to the rim.
6'5", 200-pounder. Grad student playing in his 5th year. Native of Minnesota's from New Brighton. So a homecoming for him to come back and play for the Gophers after starting his career at Sheridan College, at JUCO in Wyoming, and then the time at New Hampshire. Robbie mentioned he's missed all of last year injured. Three put up and good. Jalen Llewellyn.
A big shot by Jalen Llewellyn. And if I'm Minnesota, I'm not going under on those handoffs with him. He's too good a shooter. He's too good a player. Chase him off and let your big give you some help when he comes off that handoff.
Sutherland gets Freiberg's 2nd foul. We're under 12 minutes to play in the championship game from Asheville, North Carolina. It's Minnesota going to the line when we come back up 7.
Two nights ago against Western Kentucky, Minnesota had no bench points. Tonight, 13, all by this man. Sean Sutherland has been a man possessed getting downhill. It really hasn't mattered from Princeton who's guarded him. It's been a number of guys, but Sean Sutherland's gotten to the rim. He's gotten to the free throw line. And with that, he's had a very effective night. 13 minutes, 13 points, 4 of 5 from the field.
5 points in this second half for Sutherland. In fact, he and Willis have scored all the points in the second half for Minnesota. Willis 7, Sutherland 5. And it's going to be a 1-and-1 here for Sutherland as we come out of the timeout.
Sean Sutherland, 1-1.
Sean 5 of 8 from the line tonight. With all the driving he's done to the basket, he has been at the line more than anybody else on either team tonight, and he misses the front end.
I think the one critique you could have of his game is that he's left points at the free throw line. 5 and 9.
And there's a flush for Princeton. Nicely done by Keyshawn Kelman.
It's a really poor play to dive through that passing lane. Princeton has struggled to score. You dive through, if you don't get it, just giving up a dunk.
Battle. Good defense. That was punched away by Ethan Wright to create the turnover for Princeton. Kelman trying to back down Curry. Spins. Couldn't finish it.
That was much better by Eric Curry that time. As good of a defender as he is, if he's going to go to the passing lane, he better get it. Because when he guards these guys straight up like Keyshawn Kelman, he's going to defend that at a high level.
Nope. No shot. Offensive foul.
They've got Eric Curry just rolling out the defender on that handoff, and you're going to see the Princeton defender Llewellyn trying to go under, and as Curry rolls to the rim, they get him with the moving screen.
Well, Princeton was down by as many as 11, and then Curry, 2 quick fouls here. The last 2 sequences, and that gives him, yes, indeed, 4, and he's coming out now.
They needed him on the floor. Mature player and a guy that just knows what's going on. Charlie Daniels, new to the Minnesota Gopher program, much like everybody else on this team except Eric Curry, but Eric Curry's been a big part of what they've done here.
And top 7 scores from last year, all transferred from Minnesota to other D1 schools after Richard Pitino was let go. Langborg. Llewellyn into the lane. Good defense by Daniels. Sutherland.
Boy, it was the whole possession for Charlie Daniels. He got switched on to multiple people, moved his feet, and then at the end got it done on Jalen Llewellyn's shot.
Midway through this second half, the Asheville Championship title game. And Mason Hooks with the block there.
And the big fellas moving their feet, getting it done.
No whistle, play on. Sutherland and Willis. Blocking foul going against Princeton.
That was excellent help defense by Peyton Willis. You talk about being in the right place. He's to the basketball. The dribble drive's coming at him. And he just takes the ball right out of Jalen Llewellyn's hands.
Third foul against Jalen Llewellyn. 2 shots here for Peyton Willis, who's 1 of 1 from the line tonight.
He knew that right away. You could hear him called short as soon as that thing left his hand.
That's going to bring Luke Lowy back onto the floor for Minnesota. Obviously, Willis was not happy with either of those attempts.
He knew that one was off right away, too.
Yeah. Langborg in and out. Stays a 5-point game, 9.5 minutes to go. Ben Johnson wants a timeout. 5-point lead for the Gophers in the Asheville Championship.
First year, I will say, I think Minnesota has played much better than I anticipated with all the new faces here in Asheville. Now, the Big Ten is an absolute beast, and the depth is an issue. Minnesota is 1 or 2 injuries away from being dangerously thin in all positions. But I've been impressed with the Gophers. They've looked efficient. They've been in the right places. They look well coached. And honestly, they're knocking on the door of winning a championship here in the non-conference.
The last bucket there by Battle snapped a string that had gone over 5 minutes without a field goal. Now Battle tied up with Llewellyn, and Battle goes hard to the floor. It's helped up by Willis. Well, Llewellyn, I think that's his 4th foul. That's going to send him to the Princeton bench, and Jalen Llewellyn not happy after getting foul number 4.
They need him. He's one of their main playmakers along with Tosan Uwoma. It's been difficult enough to score for Princeton tonight. Now you take away one of their main playmakers. It's going to be a challenge.
Battle misses the front end. That's 4 straight free throw misses for Minnesota.
7 of 15 from the line. They've left points at the free throw line tonight.
Daniels gets called for that push in the back. We're talking about these in-season tournaments. The last one won by Minnesota wasn't all that long ago. 2018-19 season, they won the Vancouver Showcase. Beat Texas A&M, Santa Clara, and Washington by 2 points to win it. But for Princeton, they have not won an in-season tournament since they won the Rainbow Classic back in the 1998-99 season. They beat Florida State, Texas, and UNC Charlotte. It's been 23 years since Princeton has won one of these.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Daniels cleared it, and here comes Minnesota with the ball up by 7. For Loy.
He kind of had to pull up because Jamison Battle was clearing out of the painted area, and it forced Luke Lowy to have to take that pull-up jumper Luckily for the Gophers, he sticks it.
Iwoma dribbled it off his foot, picked up. Stevens was racing it down the floor, and it goes out of bounds. We come to a timeout. Well, what does the trophy look like for this brand new tournament? There it is. The winner will take that. It's either going to Minnesota or New Jersey right now. Gophers by 9. Minnesota's gotten their field goal up to 50%. Princeton's a bit of a drought. They have not scored from the field in nearly 4 minutes now. We haven't seen the three-point shooting that we anticipated, especially when you take into account how each team played on Friday night in this tournament.
There's no question about that. And we look at Mitch Henderson, and they're going to have to make some perimeter jump shots if they're going to win this game. Such a big part of their offense. They've got guys that can do it. Ethan Wright, Ryan Langborg, Drew Freiberg, Jalen Llewellyn, very good shooters. Tonight, it just hasn't been there so far.
Oh, nice move to the bucket by Kelman, and he is fouled.
Charlie Daniels got. Yeah. Sorry, Mark, go ahead.
I was just going to say, Llewellyn has on the bench, and Iwoma's only scored 2 points here in the second half.
Does have 5 assists, though. He's been a facilitator, but it's been a struggle for Princeton to score.
Keyshawn Kelman, Allentown, Pennsylvania. With 11 minutes in the game against South Carolina on Friday with 4 points. Settles for 1 and 2. Gopher lead, which has been as many as 11, is now 8 with over 7 minutes to go. Championship game of the Asheville Championship in North Carolina. Clearing some space. Jamison Battle down low.
He just put Matalacco in the weight room. They ripped Jamison Battle right down to the post. We didn't see Battle post one time 2 nights ago, and Ben Johnson's gone to it here. He's got a mismatch on the block. Jamison Battle making you pay.
And there's Stevens nearly coming up with a steal. Shot clock down to 5 as the 3 goes up and in for Ethan Wright. A shot that Princeton desperately needed. Timeout Tigers. But what are they going to do about Jamison Battle if he's going to bull his way down low like this?
They're going to have to switch defenders is what they're going to have to do. You're going to see Jamison Battle get ripped into the post, and he's got a favorable matchup with Matalacco, sophomore, playing in just his 3rd college game. And I've been really impressed with Battle and his versatility. He showed off the jump shot 2 nights ago, and tonight it's been a different story. Pull-ups, getting to the rim, getting to the post. He's a good player.
Coming up Tuesday, we'll have the exclusive reveal of the next college football playoff top 25 rankings. Reese and the guys break them down from top to bottom. We'll have coaches' reactions as well as a live interview with committee chairman Gary Barta, the University of Iowa athletic director. Begins at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on ESPN and the app. One app, one tap. Princeton pressuring up the inbounds in their timeout. Gophers quickly into the front court. Under 6.5 to go. Curry back in there playing with 4 fouls. Losing the handle. Stevens. Looking around, and Johns gives it up. Iwoma going up with the right hand, and it goes in.
Talk about big boy moves, and we saw it from Jamison Battle this time now on the other end. Tosin Iwoma put his head down, took the contact, and went right up over the top.
It's just his 2nd field goal to the second half for Iwoma. 12 points tonight, go along with the 5 assists. Got it down to a 5-point game. Willis He barrels his way towards the rim, missed the shot. Princeton comes away with the rebound, and Ethan Wright. Tigers a chance to get this down to a one-possession game, but an errant pass off Curry's hands. Loose ball. That's going to be tied up. Possession arrow to Minnesota.
We got to give these Princeton Tigers a lot of credit because they have hung in there. Haven't always played great on the offensive end of the floor, but it's been mistakes like that, along with some missed open shots from the perimeter, that have kept them from getting over the top.
Princeton in the preseason poll in the Ivy League picked third. Yale preseason poll picked to win it. Big hands, Alonco batted around. One down by Princeton and Kelvin.
That is way too casual by Peyton Willis.
There's a drive and a lay-in for Wright, and suddenly the lead is down to 3. A 7-0 run in just over 2 minutes for Princeton, and with under 5 minutes to play, a one-possession game in Asheville.
Eric Curry was so concerned about getting back to the roll man that he never actually stopped the basketball. Because of that, Ethan Wright just gets to his right hand and is unimpeded to the basket.
There's your preseason poll in the Ivy League. As I mentioned, Princeton third, Yale and Harvard ahead of them. Princeton last made it to the NCAA tournament 2017. That was the year they lost by 2 points to Notre Dame, and that ended a 19-game winning streak for Princeton. They were rolling that year. Mitch Henderson is already the third winningest coach in Princeton history, behind Pete Carrill and Cappy Cappin.
We have a very proud history of excellent basketball. You talk about the Pete Carrill days or the UCLA upset, 2011. Had a close game in the NCAA tournament with Kentucky. You talked about the 2017 season, and there's a rich history of basketball at Princeton.
Yeah, you mentioned that Kentucky game in 2011. They lost by 2. That was the last time they had played an SEC team until playing South Carolina last night. And Woma need to take care of a cut. That's somebody that Princeton needs in the game, so we wait while they quickly wrap him up.
This is when the athletic trainer position is high pressure. As a coach, you're saying, we need this man on the floor, so let's get this blood stopped and get him taped up.
No pressure in the backcourt. They try to trap Willis.
That is dangerous right there by Peyton Willis.
Going into the front court. Alonco had it, lost it. Battle gets it back for Minnesota. Not exactly the way you want to get it across if you're the Gophers. Curry the handoff. Willis looking, nope, back for Battle. Fade away from 15, no.
Wow. We are flying by the seat of our pants out here. Both teams a little careless.
3, right. A little bit long. That was to tie the game, but the rebound bounces off Battle and Princeton keeps possession.
That was right on line. I thought that was going in from our angle.
There's a drive. Won't fall. And Woma headed to the line. We have got a tight one for the championship in Asheville. A 3-point game when we come back. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Harrah's Cherokee Casinos. Put your party hat on. By Wicked Weed. Box out your thirst with a fresh Pernicious. Wicked Weed Brewing. Drink different, play different. And by Asheville, North Carolina. Visit exploreasheville.com and plan your mountain getaway. 3:46 to go in this championship game from Asheville, North Carolina. Minnesota clinging to a 3-point lead over Princeton. This is the inaugural Asheville championship, this tournament in its first year. On Friday, Minnesota beat Kentucky. Princeton got by South Carolina. By the way, South Carolina won the third-place game earlier tonight against Western Kentucky. But the winner of this game becomes the first ever champion of the Asheville Championship here in 2021. All right, it's crunch time, Robbie. You got Princeton at the line. They were down by as many as 11 earlier in the second half. They've cut it to 3 and have Iwoma at the line.
If I'm Princeton, if Iwoma makes this free throw, I wouldn't mind seeing them go into a little bit of pressure here. Minnesota has not handled it well, and when you look at their roster, they don't really have a true point guard out there. For a couple years ago, Peyton Willis was a 3 at Minnesota. Missed opportunity for Princeton as Iwoma can't convert either free throw.
That's a 17-footer put up and in by E.J. Stevens. He has been quiet tonight, but that's a big basket and a big spot for the Gophers.
I feel like we haven't called his name at all, but what a monster time to come off the dribble handoff and drill a 17-footer.
And the easy drive and lay in by Wright.
Just a pretty cut. Ethan Wright sawing that cutoff right to the basket.
Then Stevens loses the handle. Wright taking it to the rim, and that's rejected by Willis.
What a block by Peyton Willis. Ethan Wright making plays on the ball and challenging Peyton Willis, and Willis says, get that out of here.
Sunderland, what a game he's had off the bench. Hooks fell down, picked up by Princeton off the deck by Max Johns. Timeout Princeton. They'll have 1 left after using this one here with 2:17 to go. A 3-point game. It is crunch time. We saw an incredible defensive play from Minnesota. Let's take a look at our play of the game, brought to you by Harris Cherokee Casino. That was quite a rejection, Rob.
When you think about plays coming down to the end, and Princeton has struggled to score at times tonight, off the turnover, Peyton Willis saving a bucket, and every basket's so important in a close game like this. If I'm Princeton, I'm looking to play through Tosan Iwoma. He has been an impressive playmaker throughout this Asheville tournament. 6 assists tonight. Had 4 2 nights ago against South Carolina. You can play through him in a lot of ways. You can go through the high post. You can go through the post. You can let him get off the dribble drive. But whatever I'm running, I'm going through him.
He's their leading scorer tonight with 12. He has the ball here. He faces up on Lloyd. Now tries to back him down. Spins, shoots, short.
They got the mismatch, and they got exactly what they wanted. Small defender Luke Lowy matched up against 6'8" Tosan Iwoma.
Under 2 minutes to go. Down. Lost the handle. That turnover for Minnesota is their 11th. Minnesota had only 1 turnover in the first half, so that's their 9th here in the second half. Princeton had 2 turnovers in the first half. They have 6 in the second half. Wellen playing with 4 fouls. He has 10 points tonight. He and Iwoma, the 2 in double-digit scoring for Princeton.
you're Minnesota, you've got to be aware of where Ryan Langborg is on the floor. Can really shoot the ball. They're going to the freshman. Mason Hooks unable to get it to go down.
Minute 20 to go. Curry's on the floor with 4 fouls. Willis. The C's parted, but he can't finish it.
I thought he tried harder to draw the foul there than actually make the bucket.
And Princeton will use their final timeout with just under a minute to go, with the Tigers down 3. Well, here is what's at stake. This is the inaugural Asheville Championship, this tournament. Been a while since Princeton has won an in-season tournament. As I mentioned, back to 1998, the Rainbow Classic in Honolulu, the last in-season tournament they won. Minnesota won up in Vancouver 3 years ago in the Vancouver Showcase. What are you expecting from Princeton out of the timeout, Robbie?
Well, I'm all for going back to Awoma, but you also have Jalen Llewellyn. So maybe you put those guys in a two-man game, whether it's ball screen action, dribble handoff. They both can create for others. You surround them with shooters. You saw against South Carolina, Tosan Awoma was just shredding the Gamecock defense and doing it as a passer. That's what makes him so dangerous in this situation. Now you need somebody to step up to the plate and make a perimeter jump shot, which has been a struggle. Princeton just 4 of 18 from 3, but they do have good shooters on the floor.
Well, also in theory here, Robbie, with the clock at 58 seconds, if you're Princeton, you want to get a good shot. I expect you don't want to eat up the entire shot clock here, though. You'd like to get the ball back in theory, leave some time.
In theory,
you know you can
a 2-for-1
defense.
Yeah,
yes,
totally. In theory, you're getting a 2-for-1 here. And it doesn't have to be a 3 either. It's best shot available here. And you're right, you got to do it with some tempo. This is a great play. That's Brad Stevens under out of bounds, side out of bounds. Got a great look.
Langborg to miss, but a steal! And Wright lays it in. 1-point game.
Casual again for Minnesota with the basketball.
And now Minnesota's going to use their final timeout.
Well, Princeton got just a great look, and here Jamison Battle securing the rebound, trying to give it up to Peyton Willis, and just a heck of a play by Ethan Wright.
Ethan Wright just said, hey, you know what? I need that. And he just took it right away from Battle.
Just took his ball.
Ethan Wright is a guy whose mom, Ellen DeVoe, one of the top players in the history of Princeton women's basketball. And Ethan Wright, 11 points, 16 rebounds for Wright.
That's 6'4", 190. That's an incredible number.
Second career double-double for Ethan Wright. He has 16 of Princeton's 33 rebounds tonight.
Just a rebounding machine. We had a rule at Purdue. Matt Painter, I don't think they have it anymore, but if you got 20 rebounds in a game, you could wear a headband. I don't know if Ethan Wright's going to get there. Looks like they're allowed to wear headbands anyway because they have players wearing them, but it would have been a big achievement for any of us to get 20 boards so we could wear a headband.
It's the numbers on Ethan Wright, and that steal and bucket he had just moments ago to make this a 1-point game. Ratchets up the drama here with just 40 seconds to go in Asheville in the Asheville Championship.
I'd like to see Jamison Battle back on that block. And it's a tough matchup with Tosan Awoma, but if you can get a switch with the rip screen, you can get him there.
There is Battle on right. Euro step, and he's fouled and will go to the line.
That was E.J. Stevens. They just cleared out the entire side for him to go to work on Ethan Wright. The Euro step was there.
Stevens, who's been very quiet in this game, After an 18-point game against Western Kentucky on Friday.
That shows you the confidence that Ben Johnson has in E.J. Stevens. A guy that can get downhill and get to the rim, but a big miss.
Minnesota's now missed their last 5 free throws, which has given Princeton a chance to win this game.
If Minnesota loses this, they're going to look back, and it'll be the free throw line, but it will also be how casual they were with the basketball. The turnovers in the second half have been crushing to their offense.
E.J. Stevens hits the second. The lead goes up to 2. Llewellyn wants to make a quick drive. He does, and we're tied at 59. No timeouts.
Just shot of a cannon.
No timeouts on either side. So Minnesota can hold it here for the final shot to try to win it in regulation.
Peyton Willis is going to go one-on-one. He doesn't want the ball screen. He's going right at it.
Willis to the rim. It bounces off. And we're going to overtime in Asheville. They got what they wanted offensively, though, Robbie, but we're still headed to OT.
Well, Peyton Willis, you could see he didn't want the ball screen. They slipped Jamison Battle out, and he gets a good look. It's contested, but gets a solid look at the rim. The ball gets tipped out, and Princeton has clawed their way back and forced overtime.
Don't go anywhere. Overtime from the Asheville Championship just ahead. "40 minutes will not do it." Put up another 5. We head to overtime in the inaugural Asheville Championship. The title game tied at 59 between Minnesota and Princeton. I think if you're Princeton, Robbie, you're thinking, great, overtime. And if you're Minnesota, you're saying, we had a chance to win this thing in regulation.
Totally. I think you worry about Minnesota. Are they deflated from not winning this game in regulation? Princeton has all the momentum, and the way they played the last 4 minutes of the second half, Minnesota's going to look back and when they watch film, see the way they broke the press and handled some of the pressure of Princeton. They were chucking that ball all over the place, and that's really the reason we're here. That and missed free throws. Some missed opportunities for the Gophers, but credit Princeton for hanging in and making plays when it mattered down the stretch.
Now we notice there's been a number change, I believe, because of blood on the jersey for Awoma, who's now wearing 15. And the tip is controlled by Minnesota. Willis, 15-footer, starts the overtime with a bucket.
Well, a mature play by Peyton Willis. Princeton's in drop pick and roll coverage, which means Mason Hooks is just retreating as that guard gets over. He takes what the defense gives him and knocks down the 15-footer.
Langborg answering with a deep 3, and Princeton has the lead.
Ryan Langborg has a flame, and Eric Curry got caught right there with his hands in his pockets. You have to have a hand up. The second he crosses half court, that dude is in range.
Well, they had their first lead since it was 30-29, but it doesn't last long as Minnesota responds to take the lead back with a minute gone in overtime.
Same exact play, go under the ball screen, and Peyton Willis waltzes into a 15-footer.
Hooks turns and shoots a quick shot off the mark.
I'm not sure I like that shot. I think it's got to be through your veteran guys. Mason Hooks has done some good things tonight, but off a couple passes, face up and pull, I don't think that's a great shot for Princeton.
Deep 3 battle. Iwoma sending the screen. Llewellyn feeds him. Facing up on Battle. Backs him down, turns, shoots with the right hand, and one for Tosan Iwoma.
Well, he just plays at his pace. And the footwork masterclass continues. He's going to back down Jamison Battle. And the way he gets away from the defender, so impressive. I'm not sure. He did bump him with his left arm there as he went up. That's where the foul comes from. Jamison Battle can't believe it, but Tosan Iwoma with a massive play here in overtime.
He's not been great from the line. That 0 for 4 now from the stripe tonight for Iwoma. Battle shooting over right. Back to Minnesota by 1.
They were trying to post Jamison Battle there. He had Ethan Wright, and Wright did a nice job pushing him off the block. Jamison Battle just jabbing and pulling.
Iwoma losing the handle. And a foul on Princeton with 2:39 to go on Olako.
Iwoma rarely has looked sped up tonight. Here's that Jamison Battle jab and pull. Big time play by a guy who's made a lot of big plays here in Asheville.
Both teams in the double bonus, so it's 2 shots here for Luke Lowy, transfer from William and Mary. Guy who shot 86% from the line last year at William and Mary. This is his first of the night. He splits the pair. 2-point lead for the Gophers. Iwoma, this time with Curry defending. Out for the 3, left side. Is off the back rim from Ethan Wright. Two-point lead in the ball for Minnesota with just over 2 minutes to go in overtime. Wright was able to catch up defensively, but a nice move down low by Battle to kiss it in.
I love the clear out by Minnesota. You're getting Jamison Battle downhill to his left hand, and we've talked about footwork a lot tonight. That was impressive to get back to that left side.
Let's open it up to a 2-possession game. Gophers up 4. The drive, Llewellyn just kind of flipped it up. Iwoma in the right spot to put it back.
They got the switch, and just throwing it up there was enough to get it on the glass. The offensive glass for Tosan Iwoma is there.
Stevens feeds Battle. They double him. He dribbles out of it. And then a wide pass intended for Curry. And Minnesota had only 1 turnover in the first half. They've had a dozen in the second half. And now overtime.
The post trap just totally rattled the offense right there. And Jamison Battle looking to throw it to Eric Curry, and that pass wasn't even close.
Overtime in the inaugural Asheville Championship. A minute to go in overtime. Wright thought he could get past Willis, but Willis able to recover as Wright went under. And then a foul is called on Kelvin to stop it with 56 seconds to go.
We were on Peyton Willis about some casual ball handling earlier, but when you look at his stat line of 17 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, and now 2 game-saving blocks, he's done a little bit of everything tonight. Ethan Wright trying to get to the rim. Peyton Willis once again with a denial.
Battle gets the first one to go. 2 of 3 from the line tonight. 8 of 10 from the line for the year. He's been the leading scorer in the 2 wins for Minnesota to start the year, and he's the leading scorer right now with 23.
Minnesota going really small. They can switch everything 5 ways here.
Down 3, but a grab there by Lowy is going to put Llewellyn at the line, shooting 2.
My question there, Mark, is why didn't they switch that? You go small so you can switch all ball screens and basically make your pick and roll defense as simple as possible. And there's just a miscommunication, and because of that, you give points away.
First trip to the line tonight for Llewellyn, and he knocks the first down. That's just the 9th free throw for Princeton in the game. Minnesota's attempted 21 and only hit 10, so they're shooting 48%. Back to a 1-point game with 49 seconds left in overtime.
I think it's wise that Princeton brings pressure here. Minnesota has not handled it well. You cannot foul. But they have struggled with this full court press.
Timeout before the 5-second call. It was close, but Curry asked for time, and they used their timeout. Don't go anywhere with 49 seconds left in OT. Our game summary, this title game of the Asheville Championship. Minnesota led by as many as 11 in the second half. We've gone to overtime. Battle and Willis have been big for Minnesota. In fact, Battle has a double-double, his first as a Gopher, his 5th in his career. And right now, 1-point lead for Minnesota with 49 seconds left in OT.
Princeton wisely keeping the pressure on, and if you're Minnesota, this is where passing and catching becomes the most important part of this ball game.
In the front court come the Gophers. Stevens on the right, lost the handle, gets it back. 7 to shoot. Willis is going to put it up from 18. Got it!
Well, you can't defend that any better if you're Matalacco and Princeton. That's a big-time shot by Peyton Willis.
Game clock down to 16. Put in by Llewellyn. 1-point game. They get it in to Willis, and the foul is committed to stop it with just under 14 seconds left.
Well, down the stretch, Peyton Willis has made plays, and that's about as well guarded as you could ask for. It's a big-time shot. Jalen Llewellyn, though, not putting his head down. The point guard wisely pushing the pace and getting an easy bucket.
Peyton Willis shooting 2.
Peyton Willis, 19 points, 9 rebounds.
Princeton substitution number 3, Ryan Blackmore.
14 seconds left.
Where
It has been.
Minnesota's been unable to close the game down in so many facets.
Especially the front line. Even with that make, 11 to 23 from the line. Down to 10 seconds, down 2. Llewellyn.
What a take.
Got it, we're tied again. No timeouts for Minnesota. They got to go. Willis lost the handle. Princeton ball with just 0.6 of a second left. And a second overtime is looking much more likely. They're going to review it to make sure.
That is so good by Ethan Wright, because that's the game. And Peyton Willis is past his primary defender, and Ethan Wright just reaches right in there and knocks the ball off the leg of Peyton Willis. Boy, that is great defense. Because he was going to be at the basket and he was going to lay that in for the win.
All right. So there's 0.6 of a second, which is big because it is time for a catch and shoot for Princeton if they're able to inbound successfully to try to win this game. And actually they added a little bit of time. So it's up to 0.8 of a second.
0.8, yeah. They're going to be able to throw this down here and catch it, turn, and fire.
Now they're playing this in the state of North Carolina. Can somebody pull a little Christian Laettner right here?
Minus the dribble and the shimmy shake, they can do that.
You don't have time for that. Freiberg, the one that's taking it out. Tied at 72 in the first overtime. Yep. Long.
Oh, what a pass.
Put it up.
Oh,
what a
goodness.
count. Somehow, Iwoma somehow got that shot off and got it up off the backboard, but we're headed to a second overtime.
Boy, the pass was right on target, and I think he panicked. If he could have landed and probably shot it. Went all in one motion, but a heck of a play and great execution. Princeton to even get a look there.
Hey, how about a second overtime from the Asheville Championship? That is where we are headed, tied at 72. Minnesota and Princeton for the Asheville Championship. This is the inaugural tournament in Asheville for the Asheville Championship. And it's going to take at least 2 overtimes to determine the champion. You know, we kept watching that long inbounds, and Princeton executed it extremely well. It looked like Iwoma, even with 0.8 of a second, which doesn't sound a lot, there probably was enough for him to land and then go up and shoot. But he actually put the shot up in the air, as good an athlete as he is, before he even landed.
No.
Try that at home, folks.
Totally. You hear the 0.1 of a second and you think you have to be in such a hurry, but he totally could have caught it, landed, and whether it was jump hook or little jumper, he could have done it.
Princeton ball to begin the second overtime, and a drive Llewellyn blocked by Curry.
I think it is important to mention, Mark, that while tonight Minnesota has played 8 guys, or even 9 now, they played basically 6 or 7 2 nights ago. And this is the type of game where they get into some real issues with their depth just due to fatigue.
And Minnesota played 8 opening night Tuesday against Kansas City. They played 7 here on Friday against Western Kentucky, and Princeton turns it over. So an empty possession on the first possession of the second overtime for the Tigers. With the trap, Stevens, he finds Curry, goes up with it and scores.
How good was the pass? Princeton decides to jump the ball screen. That was a rocket into Eric Curry.
Llewellyn has scored the last 6 points for Princeton. Here's Iwoma on Curry. Stevens got a hand on that, so it's a 3. It's short from Langborg.
The defense by Eric Curry there. Tosan Iwoma trying to put him in the mix. Curry just stayed down, stayed home, almost forced a turnover, and then one and done for the Gophers.
3, Willis, a huge shot for the Gophers from Peyton Willis, who now has 23.
They've gone under all night, so that's going to be there. Peyton Willis capitalizing.
Right. He answers for Princeton to pull it back to a 2-point contest.
Well, Woma there again trying to go to work, drawing just enough help to throw that ball out, and Ryan Langborg can really shoot.
Lowy spinning, fades, and scores. Swish.
I mean, again, if you're Princeton, that's pretty well defended. That's just Luke Lowy going and making a tough pull-up jumper.
That's on Lowy. Minnesota has shot the ball very well in the overtime periods, hitting 8 of 9 from the field in the 2 overtimes. So what they have missed from the foul line, they have made up for from the field, at least in the overtime.
They've definitely had some guys step up to the plate and make some big-time plays. The free throws have hurt them. The turnovers have hurt them. But there has been some shot making on both sides of this floor.
One for 2 for Jalen Llewellyn. 79-76. When it's down to a 1-possession game, under 3 minutes to play in the second overtime. They try to trap Willis in the corner. Ball loose, picked up. Willis falling down, rolls it to Curry. He shovels to Lowy. They do get it across in time by a second or two. There wasn't much. Already the shot clock at 7. Willis gets by right and lays it in.
That's a real mature take from a guy who's played a lot of basketball in his career.
Willis now leading Minnesota with 25 points. Battle with 23. Llewellyn able to wriggle 3, but then missed the shot, but Hook's cleaning it up. If Princeton will use a timeout, they'll still have 1 left because they didn't use their 1 they got in the first overtime. With 2:01 to play, 3-point game.
So I want to see this on this trap. Look at Peyton Willis's left foot, which is his pivot foot. Boy, that's...
It was close to moving around.
I thought it was moving live, but I guess he did a pretty good job of holding that down.
A little roll to find Curry was very fortuitous play. Minnesota now shooting 54% from the field in the game. What's on Princeton's mind, down 3 here. Still 2 minutes to go in the second overtime. The inaugural Asheville Championship in double overtime. We're tied at 59 after regulation. Tied at 72 after the first overtime. Willis has scored 12 points in the overtime and gone 5 of 5 from the field.
He and Jamison Battle have been the main options for offense here, whether it's the second half, overtime. Both those guys have been terrific. Boy, Princeton was so close to forcing a turnover. I like the pressure here. Minnesota has got to handle this, and they can't bury themselves down in that coffin corner.
Lowy passes out of it. Willis will eat some time. Doesn't use the screen, and he just drives it right to the rim again.
You just have not had an answer for Peyton Willis, and what a time for Princeton to have one of their worst defensive possessions of the night. That was unimpeded.
A miss. Well, it's a career high 27 points for Willis. His previous career high was 22.
Boy,
he has been the man.
I'm going right back to it. Make Princeton prove they can stop this.
This time Llewellyn guarding him. Does give it up. Louis fade away from 14 with a shot clock winding down. Now Princeton needs a bucket badly.
They gotta go here.
Yes, they do. 3. Nothing there for Llewellyn, and now they're going to have to foul Willis with 37 seconds left. Princeton has had to be running up that hill basically all game. They've been down most of the game. We're able to get it to overtime. Now here in the second overtime, might be running a little short and out of gas. But still 37 seconds left. Minnesota has not been great from the line tonight. Willis individually 2 of 5 from the stripe. Six-point game. This one here could make it a 3-possession game and add to the difficulty level for Mitch Henderson's team. Two big free throws for Willis, who's been a monster in the overtime periods. 3, Llewellyn. Rebound, Sutherland, foul. The Minnesota fans breathing a sigh of relief right now. It ain't over, but looking pretty good with just 28 seconds left in the second overtime.
It certainly hasn't been pretty and it hasn't been perfect, but you're a Minnesota Gopher fan. You have to like the fact that when the chips look down, whether that was the first overtime or then the second overtime forced, there have been a lot of teams that would have been deflated after giving up leads like that, making some mistakes. But they hung in there and now look like they're closing on the door to win this title.
Freiberg, a Woma 3. Offensive rebound and put back for Max Johns. We'll stop it with 17.4 seconds to go, and back to the other end for 2 more Minnesota free throws. Well, Minnesota 17.5 seconds or so away getting their first-year head coach Ben Johnson off to a 3-0 start in his head coaching career.
There's no question that any Gopher fan that looked at Minnesota's schedule and said, if we can get through Asheville 3-0, win the Asheville championship, we're going to feel really good about where we're at, regardless of how it got done. Wasn't always pretty, but they've shown that they've got some guys that can score the ball here. Jamison Battle, Peyton Willis, those guys have been excellent on the offensive end tonight.
Long 3, Langborg off the right side. Llewellyn 3 from the corner. Down to the final 5 seconds, and Minnesota Golden Gophers are going to win the first ever Asheville championship. It takes 2 overtimes, but they outlast Princeton 87-80. Boy, Willis was an absolute monster, especially in the overtime, Robbie.
He just made every big shot, especially in the second overtime. Pick and roll, getting to his pull-up. Peyton Willis, 29 points, 10 rebounds. A monster effort in his second round trip at Minnesota.
So the first ever Asheville championship goes to Minnesota. They win the title game in double overtime, 87-80 over Princeton. For Robbie Hummel and our entire crew, I'm Mark Neely. Thanks for sharing this one, and good night.
Way to kick off this year's college basketball season. thank you to the City of Asheville and to the Harris Cherokee Center Asheville for hosting 2 days of basketball, capped off by an exciting double overtime championship game featuring Coach Ben Johnson and his Gophers facing off against Coach Mitch Henderson and his Tigers. Thank you to all of the teams, coaches, and personnel for making this all happen. We'll begin this evening's trophy presentation with the Roy Williams Award for the most valuable player. To present this year's award, we welcome none other than Coach Williams himself. This award signifies the hard work and exceptional performance from the 2021 Asheville Championship team member that contributed the most on the court. We are proud to announce Peyton Willis from Minnesota as the recipient of the inaugural Roy Williams Most Valuable Player Award. Congratulations, Peyton Willis. And now we will present Minnesota head coach Ben Johnson with the first ever Asheville Championship Trophy. We welcome to the court Tournament Chairman Dave Odom to present the Asheville Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Ben Johnson and Minnesota, winners of the 2021 Asheville Championship. This concludes tonight's trophy presentation. On behalf of the Harris Cherokee Center Asheville, Kemper Lesnick, and all tournament sponsors and partners, we thank you for your support of the inaugural Asheville Championship. Congratulations, Minnesota!